All right, let's see. We are recording now. All right, so hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. From time to time, I like to put a good old cop video up, or rather, a video about tyrannical cops that we seem to have a problem with in this nation. I don't understand it. But this gentleman right here that I want to talk about today, his name is Richard Ward. May he rest in peace. He was murdered by a police officer in a school pickup line in Pueblo County, Colorado. He wasn't paying attention and accidentally got in the wrong vehicle during pickup line. Realizing his mistake, he apologizes to the female woman, gets out of her car, gets in his mom's car. She calls 911. They had already made an assessment when they found Ward. He's in the back seat of his mother's car. They tell him, they ask him, the cop asks him, starts harassing him immediately. He wants a charge. You can tell he does. You can tell he's already made his decision based on the caller, which I think is wrong. Now, the cop starts asking him questions. He tries to explain the situation. He asks him if he has an ID. He starts reaching for his ID. He puts something in his mouth. When he puts something in his mouth, the cop immediately goes bazonkers and pulls him out of the car. Just because he put something in his mouth did not give him the right to do that. These cops think they have complete right over our bodies and our functions when we are in their sight, right? And it's not that way. To add insult to injury, he loses his life on the ground in front of his mom. She's in the car. They arrest her and they impound her vehicle. Of course, the cops investigate themselves. He is back out on the beat the very same, both of those cops, very same next day. Or very same officers next day. Same guns. Or a gun. And they're cleared of this a year later. Now, charges were filed on February 21st of this year, 2023, for civil lawsuit. Because that cop that killed that man got a Purple Heart. That is an effing disgrace. That is such a disgrace. It should be a disgrace. I can't believe it. So, anyhow, I'm going to play the video for you guys.
A Ward controversy over a deadly officer-involved shooting in Pueblo County tonight. A Pueblo County deputy faces a federal excessive force lawsuit. He received a Purple Heart for his actions for that very shooting.
Investigative reporter Dan Beatty is live in the newsroom to explain what he's learned about the controversy. Dan.
The Pueblo County Sheriff's Office confirmed with 13 Investigates Deputy Charles McWhorter received a Purple Heart for his injuries during a deadly officer-involved shooting. But just 4 days after getting that award, he also got a wrongful death and excessive force lawsuit filed against him for that same shooting.
And I very nearly actually fell out of my chair.
That was attorney Daryl Kilmer's reaction when he learned Pueblo County Deputy Charles McWhorter received a Purple Heart Award. Kilmer represents the family of 32-year-old Richard Ward. Deputy McWhorter shot and killed Ward, and now the deputy is being honored for injuries he sustained during that same shooting. The attorney says the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office knew about the Ward family's impending lawsuit months before they gave him a Purple Heart.
But they hope to fool the community into thinking this man was a hero when he shot an unarmed innocent man to death.
Calling plots for me, just looking for my little brother.
On February 22, 2022, McWhorter and another deputy responded to a 911 call that Ward was opening other people's car doors at a middle school. They found Ward sitting in the backseat of his mother's car in the Liberty Point International Middle School.
You have an ID with you?
As Ward reaches for his wallet, he slips something in his mouth. His family attorney says it was medicine.
What'd you just stick in your mouth?
After an altercation between Ward, McWhorter, and another deputy, McWhorter fired his gun multiple times, killing Ward. He told investigators at the time that Ward was, quote, messing with his gun side.
He headbutts me in the nose and says something. I couldn't understand what he said, so I'm trying to pull, and I finally get it out, and I fired 2 rounds into him.
Pueblo County's district attorney ruled the shooting justified because McWhorter feared for his life. McWhorter was treated for a face, lower back, and neck injury following the shooting.
Treat this as a heroic act of law enforcement is just flabbergasting. And I think it's an insult to people who have actually earned and received a Purple Heart Award for bravery and service to their country.
The Pueblo County Sheriff's Office says it won't comment further on the Purple Heart Award because of the lawsuit. Reporting live in the KRDO newsroom, Dan Beatty, 13 Investigating.
So there you have it. Isn't that some crazy shit? Wow. Just wow. Now, they did say that when the autopsy report came back, I guess he had methamphetamines in his system, and that would explain him going around and searching cars, I guess, but I really think he accidentally got in the wrong car. And I think that he was an excitable person. And the thing is, pussy cop, that guy had no weapons. What was he going to do? Punch you to death? You had the gun. Like, I can't believe our cops. Like, sissy boy, put your gun and badge up and go home and suck a passy. Because you don't need to be a cop carrying a gun if you're afraid for your life over that man. That was stupid. Anyways, I really wanted to talk about this. I hope you all have a great and wonderful day. And be the reason that someone believes in good people. And you all have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.